Hey guys, welcome back to Review Review. I hope you're doing very nice and I'm sending a lot of hugs and positivity to all of you. In today's video, I'm going to be wrapping up May and June and I'm going to share my TBR for July. I've been completely away from YouTube since the past 10 days I guess, but that is only in front of you guys. Like behind the scenes, I'm really like desperately waiting for a time when I can have good lighting, because there is like no lighting whatsoever from outside. Like sunlight is my major resource of lighting and there is no sunlight at all in Ahmedabad right now, so it's becoming really difficult for me to shoot. Even right now there's no light, but I'm using my tube light and I'm just trying to shoot and I'm hoping it'll come out fine. So I'm really sorry for not uploading regularly. Talking about wrapping up 2 months in this one single video, it's because I did not really read a lot in June. I had a huge reading slump. Like finally I'm over that slump, so from July everything is going to be normal. Reading slump is basically that phase of time when you're not able to read at all. So even if you really like a book, or maybe you are picking up a book that you have wanted to read since a long time but you're not able to read it. Why? No reason. There are a few things that I did in order to get over that reading slump, so I will share them with you very soon. But before that, today let us just get done with the wrap up. The first book that I got done with is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. Now this was there in my yearly TBR, and at the same time I read 1/4 of it last year I guess, and I had to complete it since then but I did not. So that's the reason I thought of picking it up finally, and it is magical and I wanted to read something which is not like mundane or day to day and stuff like that. So that's the reason I picked it up, and oh my god, this is one of the best magical books I have ever read in my life. Honestly speaking, halfway through the book I was like, oh my god, there are so many things going on. I'm so not going to be satisfied by the end. And the book is long. It's of like 626 pages or 36 pages I guess. So there was a lot of investment into one book, a lot of time, a lot of energy. I was really scared that what if I'm going to be disappointed and I'm not going to like the ending of the book and shit like that. But oh my god, like when the book got over, I was so satisfied, I was so thrilled, because the author did tie all the loose ends. This book is the story of a circus that only opens after midnight, and on the other hand, a boy and a girl are being prepared to fight against each other, compete against each other in the field of magic since childhood. So trigger warning, there's a little bit of, not a little bit actually, a lot of child abuse in there, but yes, they are being prepared and they're supposed to face each other. The thing is, I can only tell you this much about the book, but there's like a lot more going on. But yes, it is a little complex, so if you are a beginner you may not really enjoy it, but if you are an avid reader and you want to read something magical, not realistic at all, magical, then you will love this book. Next book is 40 Rules of Love by Elif Shafak. Now I started with this book on the recommendation of my brother, and I was like, 40 Rules of Love is gonna be another love story, and I did read the blurb also. Again, the blurb is so misguiding. There are so many more things in the book when compared to what the blurb says. So basically there is this woman Ella who is almost 40 years old, and she's living a very normal, like she's bored of her life and she's married and she has children, but she has never experienced love in her life. Even though she's married for a long time, she still hasn't experienced love, but she's still going on about her day-to-day life, and but then she has to write a report on another book which is the companionship or the love story of Shams of Tabriz and Rumi. Both of them were companions, they were not lovers. So this book is not a love story. It does give you the 40 rules of love, which means that it doesn't have to be in a romantic way. It can be in any form possible, like between any two people, because Rumi and Shams of Tabriz were companions. And this book is literally life-changing. I am going to make like a whole separate video of what I got from this book. Again, there are a lot of narrations going on in this book, so if you are not comfortable with that, you will not enjoy the book, firstly. Secondly, if you are an extreme realist, you will not enjoy the book, because this book is more about spirituality and Sufism and stuff like that. The next book I finished was I Am by Maggie Farah. This is a memoir of the author and her 17 near-death experiences. Again, I loved the book. So I guess I really read like amazing books in May, because of which in June I was like, I don't want to read, or maybe I just couldn't pick up a book that it was interesting me that much. But this book is amazing. Why? Because one, even a beginner can read it, and two, even though it is beginner friendly, the language and the writing style is like, it is so detailed. Like, the attention to detail is crazy good, and on the other hand, you literally feel the chills of what she must be feeling when she was going through these near-death experiences. Also, this book really makes you very grateful for your own life, and on the other hand, you will feel like using every single heartbeat that you have to the fullest. Next book is Money and the Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks. Now, this is kind of a guide on the law of attraction, and it says money, but money is not the only thing that they're going to talk about. I have no idea why they put money in the title, maybe to like attract more people or something, I don't know, but it is majorly about the law of attraction, and it will also tell you how to attract money in your life. So if you are a believer of law of attraction, or you're curious about law of attraction, you can surely pick this book up. I actually reread this book. I have read this before. This was the first book that I read on law of attraction, and I really liked it, except for the fact that it's a little repeated. But then I read other books also on the law of attraction, and they were also slightly repeated. So I think it's just like, you know, explaining the law of attraction in different ways, or, you know, in different aspects of life, does make it repeated. It is a beginner friendly book. I read it because I felt like I just wanted to get in touch with the whole concept of vibrations again, which is explained very well in this book. That is like a very long concept to explain. So if you want to know more about it, let me know. I'll make a different video on it. Next book I finished was Seriously I'm Kidding by Ellen DeGeneres. Again, like, this book was amazing, but it was a very light, easy read. I literally like went through it, because this is like Ellen being Ellen, and she's sharing some of her experiences of what has happened with her in the past few years, and how she got over stuff and stuff like that. At the same time, it's so humorous. It is almost like you're having a private show with Ellen. If you want to read something really light and fun, and you want to like really experience Ellen in a written form, this book is great. The audiobook is also available on YouTube, so you can check that out. The last book that I read was Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie, and I've talked about this book a lot. So this book is the story of the Orient Express. There are 14 passengers on the train, and one of them gets killed. The detective on the train has to find out who the killer was. So this is basically that story. The plotline is very simple, but the book is very complex yet very easy to read, and the ending is mind blowing. So if you want to read something like that, pick it up. I really enjoyed reading this book. I was like, oh my god, why didn't I read it before? Now, talking about the book that I want to read in the month of July, which is my July TBR. First is The Art of Losing Control by Jules Evans, and I'm actually reading it right now, so that's the reason the bookmark is there. And this is basically interviews from different people and their spiritual encounters, or not exactly spiritual, but like, it's basically a definition of ecstasy. So, you know, we really live our life contained in so many boxes, and reality and this and that. What happens when you let go of the control or of reality? And a lot of people have had such experiences in their life. So it is a record of those interviews, along with you know, how we can use all that into our own lives. I think this was the kind of book I really wanted to read since a very long time, because it's very different from the general non-fiction that I read. It is not realistic, and I don't want to read anything realistic right now, so I'm enjoying it a lot. The next book I want to finish is Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. I want to reread it because I want to feel that surge of courage by Elizabeth Gilbert again. Basically, no other reason. So I'm going to reread it. The next 3 books are going to be a part of a readathon that I'm going to have on my Instagram. So you should look out for that, and maybe follow me on Instagram too. Among those 3 prompts, like, the prompts will be dropped on Instagram itself. I'm not going to tell it over here. But one of the books will be this, which is The 14th Letter by Claire Evans. This is the story of a bride that was killed, and now we have to find out who killed the bride and why and all that stuff. Also, I'm going to vlog during the readathon, so yeah. Next up, I'm going to read The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. I read On the Come Up before The Hate You Give. I was not thrilled by On the Come Up, but this is a bestseller, so I'm really expecting way more than I was expecting from On the Come Up, and I hope I like it. Next up, I'm gonna read Siddhartha by Herman Hesse. I wanted to read this again, I think in January or February, but I could not, so I'm gonna pick it up this month because I want to again read something spiritual. I'm really craving this like spiritual stuff this month. Next up, I may read this book, which is The Secret Diary and Growing Pains of Adrian Mole, aged 13, 1 by 4. I have no idea how to like say this name, so that's the reason I'm reading it. It's by Sue Townsend, and I got this book on the I got it as a gift actually, and I got it on the recommendation of Prajakta Kohli, and I'm really hoping to enjoy it, but it's like really thick, so I still have to see if I'm going to read it or not. But it's supposed to be funny, so if I'm in a fun mood, I will read it. Next book, you guys know I've been postponing this book since ages now. Hippie by Paulo Coelho. Like, it's just traveling from month to month to month. I'm just hoping to finish it this month. Last book that I've already read in July, because I told you I'm back and reading, is The Wives by Lauren Weisberger. I have no idea how to say that name. I should really Google it now. And this was a very fun book. I'm not going to tell you how exactly it went for me. I will tell it in July wrap up, but yeah, I'm already done with it. That's it. So you guys, this was it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I am so sorry for the quality if you do not like it and everything. I'm trying my best, but apart from that, I will try again to come with a new video every Tuesday and every Thursday, so please do stay tuned. And yeah, that's it. Subscribe, share, like, bell button, comment, all the good things, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.